So, I was asked to make a video guide on the characters in the mobile game Twisted Wonderland, but when I went to play the game for my research, I discovered that I'm unable to play the game because of where I live. So, to make up for this, I decided to watch the first season of the anime. I hope that's okay with everyone. And as a side note, I know this is a requested video, but I won't be taking recommendations at the moment. So, from this video, I will be making videos I have planned. For those who don't know, Twisted Wonderland is a Japanese mobile game led by Yano Tuboso, creator of Black Butler, and also created by the companies Aniplex and Walt Disney Japan. The game is about a school with houses based around these seven iconic Disney villains: Queen of Hearts from Alice in Wonderland, Scar from Lion King, Jafar from Aladdin, Hades from Hercules, Maleficent from Sleeping Beauty, Ursula from The Little Mermaid, and the Evil Queen from Snow White. The students are sorted into these houses based on their characteristics, where they study and strengthen their magic, and the school worships the villains, calling them the Great Seven, quite similar to Hogwarts. The anime follows the prologue and first chapter of the game, where the MC is chosen and abducted by a black horse and carriage and transported to the opening ceremony of Knights Raven College. The ceremony gets ruined by a creature called Grim, who sets fire to everything. Once it all calms down, the headmaster, Dyer Crowley, approaches the MC, who asks to be sent home, but the headmaster reveals that no such place exists, so he employs him to work at the school. On his first day, he meets Hartstable's first year students, Ace Trappola and Deuce Spade, who explain the school to him. But Grim shows up and gets into a fight with Ace, and their combined power sets fire to the Queen of Hearts statue. As punishment, to avoid being expelled, Ace and forcibly Deuce and the MC are forced to get a mage stone by the headmaster. They fight a creature and manage to succeed at getting a mage stone, much to the surprise of the headmaster. Ace and Deuce get in trouble with their house warden Riddle for breaking one of his 800 rules. As the story goes on, we can see more of how Riddle's rules affect the rest of the students in his house. One silly rule break, and he uses his unique spell to take away their magic. The younger students aren't strong enough to stop him. The headmaster doesn't do anything, and his childhood friend, Trey Clover, who we find out has the power to stop him, doesn't do anything either. As the series goes on, Riddle descends further and further as his students keep accidentally breaking his rules and getting unfairly punished. Ace and Deuce get fed up of this treatment and try to overthrow him in a duel, but fail due to Riddle's off with your head spell. Eventually, everyone turns against him, and driven mad by this betrayal, he overblots, meaning he's abused his power so much that the negative magic takes over and corrupts him. If he keeps it up, he could die. The main characters have to band together to save him. We then find out that Riddle suffered immense emotional abuse from his mother, who may or may not be the Queen of Hearts herself, or maybe even a descendant. She forbids him to do anything that will make him unsafe or hold him back from his studies, and would punish him greatly. This made him enforce his own rules on everyone, and he ends up becoming just like his mother. They manage to save him, and he apologizes and vows to not enforce unfair rules on others again. The season ends on a cliffhanger, with Leona King Scholar pledging to go after the MC. I'll be honest, this isn't my kind of show, but I thought it wasn't too bad. It has a lot of anime cliches and overdramatic scenes, especially in the first episode, with characters that I'm assuming don't matter. And I'll be honest, I could not care less about the MC. I know it's based on a mobile game, so he's a stand in for the player, but I feel that Ace would have been a much better main character, at least for this season, as it focuses on his house. He drives the conflict the most, from setting fire to the statue and being the one to get in the most trouble with Riddle, also being the one that stands up to him the most. Whereas the MC just provides advice, but overall seems pretty useless. Like in the final fight, I find it hard to believe that that wooden spear he uses would have any effect on Riddle's heart spears. If they'd given him a weapon that was actually a weapon that fit his fighting style, then that would be much more believable. But it's not all negatives. My positives would firstly be Riddle himself. He's obviously the classic misunderstood villain, but I just like the way his arc went. I like the way that his trauma affected him and almost made him act on autopilot because he thought he was doing the right thing. Plus, his overplot design was really cool. Another thing I liked was Deuce and the reveal that he used to be a delinquent until he realised how much it affected his mother and that she thought she had failed as a parent. He desperately wants to be an honour student so that he can make her happy and show that he's changed. He still releases his delinquent side occasionally. My favourite thing was definitely the little mini-sodes at the end of each episode. They always made me laugh, and I have concluded that Adia Shroud is my favourite. Wanted to do something, but not wanting to go outside to do it, and instead making up an extremely complicated solution, solve an easy problem. Overall, I think the show was fun. I may watch season 2 when it comes out, but we shall see. And I hope this makes up for me not being able to talk properly about the characters in the game. I just don't feel comfortable talking about something with only a little bit of research. I want to make sure that I have enough research on something I haven't heard of before I talk about it because I don't want to get my facts wrong. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this little video. And if you liked it, please, of course, like, subscribe, and comment down below what you think. And I will see you in the near but probably far future.